Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by Betting Pros. You know me, no voice, know the guy. It's me, really real, a villain real, Terrell from Virginia here at your service. All right, so the sides and totals still not good. Uh, man, OKC just kind of got ran out of the gym, man. The Isaiah Joe injury was a lot more than I thought. And it was evident by the fact that if you look at the bench, because I thought that SGA couldn't be stopped. He went over his points prop. I should have just took the points prop. J Dub had 27, 10, and 6. Jesus Christ. What? Like they shot them, they was good. Caseline Wallace was fine. I think Aaron Wiggins was okay at point. Defensively, nobody really looked good at all, but offensive end, I mean, your top two look good, and then you look at the bench and you got Flagler, who I saw miss plenty of open shots. He was 1 for 8, 1 for 7 from three. Caruso was 1 for 7 from three, 0 for 5. I mean, 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 5 from three. Kenrich Williams couldn't buy a three. It was very disappointing to see not just the offensive output, but the defensive output by the Thunder. So Thunder lose 2 straight here. Interesting. They play again today. Very tempted to just lay 12.5 with OKC again here today. I'm not going to do it. Instead, I have 2 other plays. But let's talk about the other play that hit on Monday, and that is Miles Bridges over 16.5 points. We got the cash all the way up to 22. Appreciate that. That was a nice if you check a little bit closer to game time, this line actually went down. It got down to 15.5. And I saw a 20 at 2-1. Got down on the 20 at 2-1 again late. Still hit. Really, really appreciative. So Miles Bridges makes the day profitable overall, actually. Really appreciate that. And we're going to figure things out. We're just going to keep slow rolling and we're going to keep figuring things out. And when I feel like I'm back in another rhythm, I'm going to start hammering off on a lot more plays. And so definitely make sure that you just stick around. Stick around. We're gonna be there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Shout out to Colin Sexton as well, who had 19 points, 4 assists. I had a social media play of Colin Sexton points and assists that was able to cash. So overall, profitable day, pretty solid. Player props are good. Sides and totals aren't. You know where to fade. You know where it looks like I'm starting to get some traction. So you do what's best for you. I'm gonna keep firing off until I figure this thing out. So here we go. Before we get to the 2 plays, the player prop and the side that I have for you today, got to talk to you about the Discord chat. Make sure you get into that Discord chat, bettingpros.com/chats. This is the place to go to, especially on the weekends where we don't have fast break bets. You'll be able to get some weekend plays over there in fast break bets. I'll tell you what I'm playing. If you want to talk to me, we can talk out some stuff. They're communicating through there all the time. Just send me a little mention, and I always try to get back whenever I can. I know sometimes I have a lot of things going some days, but I try to get back whenever I can. So definitely make sure you get into that Betting Pros Discord because it's not just me. You have access to everybody in the network. You have access to the community. Like this is a community of people. These are people that just love hoops and talk about basketball. And I mean, we could talk about it. We could talk about Dalton Connect going for 18 straight last night and the Lakers somehow still not covering the spread. We could talk about it. We could talk about a lot of that stuff. We could talk about how my Warriors futures. Hey, why don't you go into the Discord and ask me about my Warriors futures? I'll tell you. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. By the way, just so you know, Don't Connect went for that 18 straight points in the NBA Cup game. Lakers still pretty good in the NBA Cup. I have a bet on them to win the NBA Cup because I think it would be the funniest thing in the world if the Lakers got to hang two NBA Cup banners. So we could talk about that, all that, and more, a whole bunch of other stuff, everything. Just get into that bettingpros.com/chat for that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about I guess this is the fade for y'all. I hope it's not a fade for y'all because I hope it wins and I can continue going, but haven't been too good in the sides and totals department on this show. So here we go. The Indiana Pacers are on the road going to play the Houston Rockets. Rockets are laying 6.5 here at home. 231.5 is the total here. Big injury news. Let's double check and see if anything big has come down the pipeline for either of these two teams. Andrew Nemhard's out. Aaron Neesmith is out. They're going to be out for a while. You got a game time decision on Ben Shepherd and Miles Turner. You have a game time decision on Jalen Green. Really big injury news there is the game time decision on Jalen Green. He's questionable with an illness. All right. So we have two teams that not really either team is coming off rest. Both teams are playing. This is their third game in 4 nights and fourth game in 6 nights. So both of these teams have been very, very active as of late in terms of playing the sheer number of games. The Rockets are coming off of a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks by 1 on the road, and the Indiana Pacers are coming off a loss to the Toronto Raptors by 11 on the road. So, what is the theme of Indiana this year? It's the fact of they are not playing up to their potential on the road. They are 3-5 ATS on the road. They are 2-6 straight up on the road. Haven't been very, very good in road play at all. I think here, especially for the Houston Rockets, this is now a point in time where they're 10-5 ATS on the season. You look at them at home, they're 6-2 at home, they're 7-3 in their last 10 games, 8-3 as a favorite. They've been able to cover the margin at home. Like they've been really, really good and able to cover the margin at home, handle business at home. And this is what Ime Udoka's been taking this team through for the past, since he got here this past year. They've been a really, really good home team. Look at what they're doing at home. They're scoring 115.8 games in their last 5 at home. That is right outside of the top 10 in the NBA. But not only are they doing that, they're allowing a lead second best in the league. Second best in the league, 99.2 points. That's what they're allowing at home this season. 99.2 points. Meanwhile, the Pacers can't score on the road. The Pacers can't defend on the road. The Pacers can't offensive rebound on the road. In fact, the Pacers are dead last in offensive rebound percentage on the road. Rockets at home, 5th. They're 4th in offensive rebounds allowed. The Pacers are 19th. So I think that the Rockets are going to be able to extend their possessions, give themselves more chances when they do finally miss, but they're not going to have many misses here at home. They get up for these spots. They're coming off of a loss. They're coming off of a loss and a road trip. And it wasn't a long road trip, so I'm not worried about any home sluggish or anything being sluggy or groggy at home here. They only went on the road. They went to Chicago and beat them 143-107, and then went and lost a close game to Miami. So not Miami, I'm sorry, Milwaukee. So I think this is a really, really good spot where the defense for Houston really shines in this game against the Pacers, who have just been discombobulated, haven't looked good on the road at all. I think this is a really good spot to back a team that's good at home versus a team that's not good on the road. And again, if you look at the home games for the Rockets, they've been able to cover the margin. So it's just kind of like 1 + 1 = 2 here. I have a good home team that defends at home, that's able to score at home, that's the better offensive rebounding team, that doesn't turn the ball over at home. They're 10th in the league in turnover rate at home. 10th and they're 10th in turnovers forced. So like they create turnovers, they don't turn the ball over, they play clean basketball at home. I really like what Ime Udoka is doing with the Rockets and at least getting them up for them home spots. So I'm gonna back them at home here against the Pacers team that I don't think is that good this year in a non-conference spot. So give me the Houston Rockets laying 6.5 on the road. That is play number one for me. Play number two, we're going over to my prop bet cheat sheet. Only thing that's been going right for me, man. Only thing that's been going right for me. Here we go. Prop bet cheat sheets got me at 17.5 points and assists for Josh Giddey. Yes, I'm going back to Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey was able to cash me a play last week on, I don't know if I did that. Was that a social media play or was that a play on this show? I have to go check the records, but nonetheless, 17.5 is Josh Giddey's points and assist line. This is what Josh Giddey has been asking for, talking about he wants the ball in his hands more. He wants to be able to affect the game more. Him and SGA wasn't working out. He gets the trade. He goes to Chicago, and he's been really, really good. 10-5 to this prop this season. He's hit, 10 in his last 15. He has hit over 17.5, including last game. After a 3-game stretch where he wasn't able to get to the number, BettingPros has him projected at 21.2 points and assists, 65% cover probability. I think this is a really good play here. I think Josh Giddey is going to be able to score on a bad Bucks defense that has Damian Lillard in the backcourt. So that's also an opportunity for him to be able to pick on Damian Lillard. This Bucks defense has been horrible. I think the assists are going to be live for Giddey here in this game. And the fact that you look at the guard position, and the Bucks are a pretty easy matchup for the guard position here. Betting Pros site has 26.9 points to guards that they're giving up over the course of this season, especially in the threes department too. And Giddey's been working on that 3-point shot. Not necessarily his game, but if you give him open ones, he's gonna be able to knock them down. And so, yeah, I am all over Josh Giddey here. I think this is a spot where he can be the floor general, be able to get to the rim, get fouled, get some easy buckets here, take Dame off the bounce, and put himself in position and also set up for his teammates. I mean, what we need. I can easily see us be able to get a 10-8 game from Josh Giddey in this one. And he's been really good as the floor general for this team, especially uh taking up for Lonzo Ball, who was supposed to do this role a few years ago, and all the injuries kind of slowed him down. It seems like Giddey is really eating off of this position right now. So I like Josh Giddey. Go over his points and assists, 17.5. You can get that at a number of different places. I see it at BetMGM right now. That's where I'm placing the bet at. But make sure you shop around and get the 17.5. I see some 18.5s out there. 17.5. Of course, I like that number best. So there we go. 2 plays. Josh Giddey over 17.5 points and assists, and the Houston Rockets laying 6.5 at home against the Indiana Pacers. With that, I'm at really real __ on Instagram and X. I am at Betting Pros. There we go. I don't know why I stumbled there. At Betting Pros on X and TikTok, at Betting Pros NFL on Instagram, and youtube.com/Betting Pros. Make sure you give us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you subscribe and comment to any Fast Break Bets video, then you will have a chance to win a signed Muggsy Bogues Charlotte Hornets jersey. You can for free. All you have to do is drop a like, drop a comment on any video, and the team will be picking a random winner, and you'll be able to reach out to our customer service agent and get your prize. So with that, that's it. I really have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast. Just gonna end it like this. Shout out to Bridges. Remind me please, please, please do not let me forget. We gotta take him again when he plays the Nets again. We're out of here.